Greetings and salamazandery tatertations to you all once again. It's Either Ivan the Spectre, and today we're going to do a little bit of a look through a graphic novel. Now, we don't talk about graphic novels on here, unless maybe if they'll be video game related or if I feel like it or what have you, because even though this is a video game related channel, there's also some other variety and things that goes on it too. Just like what I ended up doing with a little a little bit of a movie unboxing thingy of Sin City earlier today. But anyways, the graphic novel that we're going to talk about here, I actually ended up getting at Second and Charles as well, which is where I got the previous item that I had talked about in a previous video. And I got it for, I think it was like $6 and change or something like that, and that is Dark Souls Winter's Spite. And of course, as we know, when it boils down to and of course the artwork in this is absolutely remarkable. That was honestly one of the reasons that I got it when I looked through it, because I always look at the artwork, considering I'm really an artist myself. I really go through and I look at the artwork to see if it's really going to entice me to want to get in to read the story and all that other stuff. And the main thing that really stands out about this, and it's a collection of all the issues that they released. I think there was probably about 4 or 5 or something like that. I don't really know. But anyways, the story in this ain't nothing to write home about. As we know with video game related comic books and whatnot, they're pretty much just side pieces, if you will. For lack of a better word, that was they're hoes. They're side hoes. Basically, you might as well see it as like being that way, to be perfectly honest with you. Because they're just extra content that is utilized to be able to bring out the mythos of the world, bring out the story of the world, bring out the characters of the world. And I'm going to try to flip through this as best as I can, little by little, showing you the artwork. The story, like I said, ain't nothing to write home about. I don't know if it had anything to do with any of the stories in Dark Souls or anything like that. I'm not a big Dark Souls guy. I like to tinker around with them every once in a while and see what type of progress I can make, because those, what they're referred to as mesocore RPGs, which is, masochistic, hardcore put together, when they entice me, they entice me. When they don't, they don't, So, the artwork is the main thing that stands out about this. The story pretty much is just a guy, he's in prison, he's fighting his way out, he gets out, he gets captured by this undead king something or another guy, and then he gets taken to this undead kingdom village thing, and long story short, he escapes. The guy's trying to go and find this woman, and that was probably one of the best pieces, I think, in the book. A whole bunch of undead common folk or rich folk just milling about, and you got the broken hole in the roof there and all that. It's snowing in there, but they can't feel it because they're undead. kind of gave me a little bit of like some Bloodborne vibes as well. Of course, From Software ended up making Bloodborne as well, so of course it would make sense for that to happen. But anyways, basically he goes through and he tries to find this woman, and she ended up causing this winter thing to happen with this witch's scrying orb or something, because something happened with her husband or her king or something like that, and she basically ended up making the wish, and the whole world turned into like a winter wasteland instead of a winter wonderland. And yeah, that pretty much ended up happening. Of course, they got some of the inventory here, as they refer to it as, and the lore and whatnot, and some of the characters and some of the covers and whatnot here. But ultimately, it ended on a cliffhanger, even though it said it was the end. And yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I got it for as cheap as I did. I think it was like $6 and change, I believe. I'm glad I just managed to end up getting some really good artwork in this. The story is, it ain't nothing. Which, to be perfectly honest, I didn't really expect there to be a good story in this as it is. Because anytime I've ever read any type of graphic novel related things that deal with video games, every single time, the stories haven't been nothing for me. They never have. It's either been the artwork that's grabbed me, or the fact that I've kind of been interested to know what was going to go on with a particular lore from a particular game, if you will. Outstanding 9 out of 10. Bullshit. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cuss on that. I'm trying to watch my language anyways nowadays. But 9 out of 10 for the artwork, not 9 out of 10 for the story. Stunning and gruesome in equal measure. Yeah, for the artwork. Definitely not for the story. But anyways, guys, if you're kind of interested, if you just want to have like a collection of some really good artwork, then go ahead and pick this up. If you're a Dark Souls fan, if you got to collect everything for Dark Souls and so on and so forth, then give it a shot, check it out. See what you think, read it, see for yourself. But the main reason to go for this, I think, is the artwork. Like I said, 6 and change used, wasn't bad. Because the original price for this thing, I think, what was it? $16.99 in the US. Yeah, no chance would I ended up paying that much. But anyways, just want to do a little bit of a review, if you will, and showcase this graphic novel collection. And I'll go ahead and end this like I always do. Later, potators.